Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. In today's video I'm going to be testing out the Super Serum foundation from Relove by Revolution. I've never tried anything from this brand before, but I'm going to be putting this on, going off to work for the day, coming back, doing a full day wear test. So let's just get straight on in. This is in the shade F3 and I'm just interested to see how this compares to the other Revolution foundations. So I also have the IRL filter foundation in the shade F3. So I will just quickly swatch these on the back of my hand just so that I've got an idea of the shade. So this is the Super Serum. Oh, and it actually feels lovely. That feels really thin, but actually that has a decent amount of coverage, I would say. That feels really lightweight on the skin, but also like for the amount of coverage I think that looks really good. And then this is the filter finish, the IRL filter finish from Revolution. They are two very different undertones, two very different colours. The IRL filter foundation is almost pinker and definitely lighter. I hope that that's going to match me because that is a lot darker and a lot almost more like grey, a lot more cool toned, I feel. I thought with them having the same name that they would be more of a similar colour than that, but I'm hoping that it'll be sheer enough that it'll not be too noticeable. And also I purposefully wore like a high neck so that even if it's not completely the right colour I only have to take it down to there. So I'm going to just put some of this, like a proper amount, onto the back of my hand, and then I have a brush and I also have a sponge, but I feel like the sponge would probably soak up too much of the product for what I like. So I've got some on the back of my hand there, like one pipette full, and I'm just going to use my seamless complexion brush. I know you probably should just use your hands with this, but I don't like using my hands with like applying makeup, and I'll just see how this blends out, see how it layers up. So I'll just do half of my face first so that we can like really see the side by side. Okay, so I actually feel like that has more coverage than what I was expecting it to. You can definitely see that it's like smoothed everything out a little bit. The colour isn't actually too bad on my face, which was a really nice surprise. It's just knocked back the redness. I did have a few like spots and things. It's just covered over the redness of those a little bit. You can still see them, they're still there, they're still living on my face. I'm not fighting with them, so I really like how that looks. It feels really nice and hydrating as well, and you can sort of see where my light is bouncing off my shiny forehead. It does still look very natural. So I'll just finish up the face. I'll just show you how it's going to cover up this guy and this guy. So like they are still there, but the redness is just a little bit like knocked back, which is what I generally prefer with like a foundation. Like that's how I prefer to deal with like spots and things. I'm not bothered about them. I don't get them very often, but when I do, I just sort of let them be. So that is all of that product off the back of my hand now. So that was like one pipette full and then like a tiny little bit more just to get down the neck. But I'm really happy with like the amount of coverage. I'm really happy with how that looks. It feels lovely. Obviously I have quite dry skin, so I like my base products to be really nice and hydrating, but not too glowy where I will look sweaty throughout the day. But this looks really pretty, really soft, really smooth, but it doesn't feel like it'll completely slip off my face within 5 minutes, because obviously I am going to work today. I need this to last, so I'm just going to quickly do the rest of my face. I'm using the Revlon Colour Stay Skin Awaken Concealer, and I'm not going to put this like down the centre of the face like how I normally do, so I really want to see how the Super Serum works by itself. So I'm just going to use this on the eyeballs, Then I'm using the Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer in Light with a very light hand because it is so pigmented. Blush, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Putty Blush in the shade Tahiti. Beautiful autumnal warm shade. And I'm just going to make sure that that blush is blending in nicely with that cream bronzer, like so. Then I'm just going to very, very lightly set sort of everything with the Revolution Pro Hydra Matte Powder. But I'm just going to use a really light layer of this just all over everything. Because like I say, I don't want this slipping off my face. So I'm quickly just going to do my brows. I am using the Relove Power Brow and the e.l.f. Wow Brow in Brunette. The Power Brow I use in brown. I thought I may as well use this opportunity to test out all of the other like Relove products that I've got. If you didn't see that haul, I will link it up here. I got a few new products, or new to me products from Relove, and we're going to put them to the test today. So that's the brows on. I really like that brow pencil. It's definitely like different because it's like a different shaped tip. It's more like rectangular rather than like triangular or teardrop shaped. It is like different to use, but very quick, very easy. I like it. I'm just going to tap a little bit of the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Bronzer over sort of everywhere just to warm up the skin a little and just add a little bit more colour in. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of the Revolution Ultra Blush palette. This is the Sugar and Spice one. I'm just going to use a little bit of this bottom shade over the top. So I'm just going to run a little bit of that matte powder bronzer. Just going to run a little bit of that through the crease because I have a liquid eyeshadow from Relove that I want to use. So I just want a little bit of something in the crease first. So this is the Revolution Eye Bright Metallic Eyeshadow in the shade Bling, and this is almost like a lilac-y silvery blue tone. It's really, really pretty, and I don't have anything like this in my collection. So I'm going to use the strangest little applicator that's like a flap of plastic, and I'm going to just apply that onto the lid and then blend it out with a fluffy brush. Okay, that's blended out really easily. That's really pretty. It's not as glittery as I thought it would be when I ordered it. I did swatch this when I first got it, so I did sort of know what I was getting myself in for. But it is just a sheen of metallic colour. Once that's set, I'm just buffing over the top edge of that, not with any more product, just to make sure there aren't any harsh lines. But that has set down really, really quickly. Yes, that looks nice. So I'm going to apply a lot of mascara. I'm using the Essence Just Another, I always say that, Essence Another Mascara Just Better, and I'm really going to build this up so that there's a lot of drama and a lot of length. So that's the mascara built up, and I'm just going to go in with a little bit of highlight. This is the Revolution Soph highlight palette from my project pan, and I'm just going in with that lightest shade right on the inner corner. And then lips, and we're done. So I'm going to use today the Revolution Pro Hydra Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Cream Syrup. And then I'm just using a tiny little bit of the Rimmel lip liner. I just felt like that was a tiny little bit too pink. And that is me done. So it's currently 7:41 in the morning, and I am hopefully going to be wearing this for around about 10 hours. Hopefully maybe a little bit longer, we'll see at the end of the video. But so far I'm really liking how that is looking. It just looks really like soft and really smooth, just evened everything out. It's really comfortable, really easy to apply. I feel like that has worked really well with the products that I used, which are some of my favourites. So I will check in with you at the end of the day. So it is now the end of the day. It is 6:20 in the evening. I have 7 minutes and 25 seconds until my roast potatoes are done, so I've got to wrap this up quite quickly, but this is how everything's looking and I am so impressed. Everything just looks smoother. Everything still looks really nice and glowy, which is what I want because I have really dry skin, so I like to have that extra layer of glow in any base products that I wear. But I don't feel like this is like accentuating anything. I don't feel like I look greasy, considering I have been like at work all day, and yes, I am a little shinier like across the top of my head than I was when I first applied this and like set it and everything, but I'm really impressed. I will also just say, on the Superdrug website, I've just got the description up, this is available in 15 Skin True shades, which I think is fantastic considering this is such a light coverage. Some brands use that as an excuse to only do 4 shades or 8 shades, so having 15 is still a really great amount to get a wide range of skin tones. So you go from really fair to really deep, and you have all of the stops in between as well, so I feel like that's a really great amount. And it says that it's infused with hyaluronic acid to keep your skin hydrated throughout the day. I would agree with that, and create a smooth, dewy finish with just a few drops. And I would also agree with that. I feel like I used a whole pipette full. I probably wouldn't use that much. Obviously I was still like learning how to apply it and everything, but I feel like I would use less next time and blend it out more, apply a sheerer layer all over the face, and I feel like this looks really good. Definitely one that I would recommend if you have dry skin, definitely one for like every day. Obviously it's not the kind of foundation that I would personally wear for more like glam looks, but really rate this. Actually, I think that this is a fantastic skin tint. And I will also say, because I was thinking, you know, this is quite a small bottle, it doesn't look like you get very much product, but in here there is 25 milliliters of product. And just for reference, in the IRL filter, which is like a full-sized foundation tube, like that is the size that you get, this is 23, so you actually get more in the Super Serum, and it's also a thinner formula, so I feel like you would need less. Just worth noting, I think it is a fantastic product. So if you have tried the Relove Super Serum, then let me know how you got on with it. If there are any other products like that that you think I might like, then please do leave them in the comment section down below. I have picked up the collection one. One of my lovely subscribers left a comment in one of my other videos and I had to pick it up. It just looked so good, I had to pick it up. So there will be a review of that coming up very soon as well. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye!